Hi guys, today I'm going to be going over how to choose a college, how to kind of make your list, like what's important. And again, a lot of this stuff is definitely personalized to myself, and um, throughout your process, you're going to have to really tailor stuff to how you personally feel. And so some of the stuff here um, might not be applicable to you, or it certain things may be more important to you than they are to me. So first off, let me just talk about what's important in your search, like creating that college list. So personally for me, it would be if they have my major, and then the second most important thing, are they well known in my interest area? So like, what's their reputation? Like, are they really good? Do they have a really good program? Third is the cost. So for me, this is really important because I see college a little bit as an investment. I don't want to go into serious debt, but also I don't necessarily want like a cut rate education, so super cheap. So like investing in myself to down the road, certain colleges you can make more because certain places value the degree from that school a little more, but I definitely don't want to strain myself financially during college. The fourth would be campus feel. For me, when I step onto a college campus, I kind of get this like gut feeling. So like if the campus is really pretty, if I feel uncomfortable on it, if I just feel super comfortable on it, if I just in general, like if you really like it or not. Um, that's kind of something that you get when you step onto a campus. A lot of people talk about that. Some people love a college on paper, but then they step on the campus and they hate it so much. The fifth thing for me is the size of school. And I know for some people this might be like their number one or number two, like they don't want to go to a really big school. But for me, I'm definitely looking at larger schools. Most of them are public institutions, so they're going to be larger. So then, by saying that, what's also important to me is the class sizes. Are the class sizes, am I going to get lost in it? Or if it's going to be like, say, 25 students, am I going to have that one-on-one attention? Then the sixth thing would be where the college is located, not just like geographically, like the type of town it's in, whether it's in a big city or like a really small college town. So then, when you do college visits, I think college visits are super important. That you should visit like every college on your list, even if it's not your number one or even in your top five. Um, it's a really good excuse to go travel places. Depending on where you're looking, it might just be a day trip, or maybe it's in your backyard, or maybe it's across the country. Again, really good excuse to travel places. Um, but then on the flip side, if you don't have the means to travel or your schedule just doesn't allow it, you can definitely, there's a lot of virtual tours like with VR and stuff, and the internet is much different than it was even 5 or 10 years ago. But I would still highly suggest visiting campuses in person. Ask questions on the tours to the admissions department. I suggest having a list of pre-created like general questions to ask, because in the moment you definitely forget things. You're processing all the information, you forget to ask. Also, if you leave the campus and you're like, oh my gosh, this is such a great question, you can send an email or call up the admissions department. If they can't answer it, they'll send it to the appropriate people. And then again, going off of that, when you visit a campus, I think it's important to do an official information session and walking tour. Even though that can be hard sometimes with scheduling and like the length of it, but it's much more beneficial than just stepping foot on campus because you get a student perspective and everything. So also another thing for me is meet with people in the department, whether that be faculty or students, because they can definitely leave an impression on you of whether this is the right fit for you. So I think that's definitely very important. Another thing is check out the residence halls. Most colleges require freshmen stay on campus, and so you're going to be living about 8 months in a residence hall. You definitely want to know where you're going to be spending 8 months while you're in college, making sure everything's comfortable and stuff. And then also, you're going to want to know about like the meal plan, what's included. You might want to try out some of the dining on campus. There might also be fast food on campus, which can be nice. A lot of tourists will miss like the dining hall or the residence hall. So at the conclusion of your tour, see if you can get into a residence hall or something. Um, if not, you can just chat with somebody about it, look online at pictures. The last thing is just buy college merchandise like a t-shirt. It's just a fun thing to do. Most places give you coupons and such to do that. For me, how did I choose my schools? So I'm looking at going into meteorology. So one of the things is a pretty specific major. So it has my major. They're well known in my interest area. The cost is affordable for me. The campus feel, I really liked it when I visited there. I visited there twice. The size of school is large. It's about 20,000 undergrad, but the class sizes are generally reasonable, and the location is in, it's somewhat of a larger college town in Oklahoma, just outside of Oklahoma City, so definitely a larger town feel. Then we have University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. They have my major. They're well known in my interest area. However, the cost is kind of too much unless given aid. I really like the campus. The school's large. It's, I think, almost 40,000 undergrad. But with that being said, the class sizes are reasonable. It's in a small college town in central Illinois, kind of in the middle of nowhere, honestly. Oops. Then the last one, just to kind of contrast with a school I don't like as much, would be Penn State. They have my major. They're well known in my interest area. The cost is a little high. I'm not going to get any aid. The campus feel is, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. The size of the school is large, but the class sizes are pretty reasonable, and the location is a small college town in central Pennsylvania. So I really hope this video is beneficial for you guys in helping to narrow down your college list, create it, because I know for me, even though I had an idea of where I wanted to go to, it's really just super overwhelming, because there are thousands of colleges to choose from, and some of the more basic majors like business or like English, journalism, communication, that sort of stuff, a lot of colleges may have that. My interest area definitely narrows down a lot to only like 100 or 200 different colleges, if that many. Um, so again, like I said at the beginning, a lot of the stuff is definitely tailored much towards me. So a lot of the stuff is going to be much different for you. But again, it's a good place to start. I'll see you guys in the next video.